Heavenly Father, we pray that things that we do today will be pleasing to you. And Lord, that you would help us in every way, that we might understand and we might walk in your things. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, the first item on the agenda is the new bylaws. And we did read this at the last meeting. So we will read it over and then we'll ask for a motion on it. Subdivision 5, proposed amendment to bylaws. Behavior and conduct of members attending senior center meeting. All members attending meetings shall be at all times conduct themselves in a business-like manner, refraining from any procedure that would be disruptive or abusive to the senior center's best interests. Monthly board conduct. Members attending may be, upon invitation from the chairman, enter into the discussion of the motion on the floor. However, they will be limited to as the length of time allowed by the chair. No member shall be allowed to use electronic devices of any kind to record the business of the board meeting without permission of the board. Board business is meant to be shared with members only. It should not be published or shared with the general public in any manner, shape, or form. If we approve this amendment, it shall be published and added to our current bylaws. First one, I'm going to ask for a motion. Motion been made, seconded. All right, and now we will open for discussion.
Mr. Chairman, Tom Schumacher, I'm sorry. In paragraph 4, I would like the approval of the board to amend that word. That board business is meant to be shared with members only. It should not be published, and I would like the word should be changed to shall not be published. If that would be comprehensive with the board or acceptable. And if the persons who made the motion and second would adjust their motion and second, I would appreciate that at this time before we vote.
Sir? Yes, we'll get seconded. We will change that word to shall not instead of should. Yes. All right, any further?
May I ask you a question, please?
Sure.
When you pass something by bylaw, how many days, according to this book, the bylaws rules, does it become enacted or an actual law? Can someone answer that, please?
How long, how long will it be before it is enacted and law is passed? Yeah.
Where is that in this bylaw book, please? Mr. Parliamentarian, maybe you can answer that.
We have to make an addendum to this bylaw to say that this bylaw will be effective immediately after the vote is passed. That's the bylaw. It will be effective immediately if approved. As soon as the vote is passed.
So, excuse me, I was not finished on the floor yet. Is there nothing in this book then that addresses that? Is that correct, Mr. or Mrs. Parliamentarian?
Right. Okay. I can get the microphone to it, but or else I can. Here. Yeah. If you need
would suggest you're probably violating your bylaw rules.
I didn't understand you again.
I said, since you're revising your amendment, you probably have to change your amendment and write that
We
in
don't have to
formally
change anything.
and represent that.
This is a general meeting and we're you get to vote, pro or con, after the discussion is over. And we need 2/3 vote, so we'll have to have a showing of hands and someone will have to count the hands to make sure that we've got 2/3 of the general group here. Okay?
Yes.
It is at this time that we need the person who made the motion and the person who made the second. These may change, and this portion, along with my change that I asked for earlier, to be within the rule.
And the last paragraph, approved amendments shall be published and added to current bylaws immediately on.
Second.
Okay, we're going to ask for a vote then. And we will have a by show of hand, call each of the two first. And those in favor, raise your right hand.
Come up there a minute. Okay. I have 29 for.
Okay, opposed?
One vote. Are you going to vote opposed?
Well, yes, I'm voting opposed because I think you're violating your rules, but you go ahead and do that.
Two opposed. You gotta put your hand up if you want to say no. You want to acknowledge as one of the nays? Or three nays, 29 to 3.
All right, thank you. It's been voted on and accepted that this becomes part of our bylaws for this senior center.
I certainly will. They asked me to turn off my camera right there. So I did.
At this time, we need to open the floor for
And I'm fast forwarding this audio right now to bring you to the part where I question them at the end about the education and their own rules. And then shortly following that, Tom Schumacher yells at me. It was Tom Schumacher whose voice you heard making the changes to the amendment earlier.
All right.
And he also interrupted me while I was holding the floor. Several people did, actually. So that violated their own rules. They don't care about their rules. Okay, here's where I question them. Before you adjourn, I have a question, please. Actually, two things. At the last meeting, Gene Dennis stated that scholarships is an institution for education. The Little Falls Senior Center is not an institution of education. Okay, in these bylaws, I want to read to you, Miss Parliamentarian, and others here, exactly what your bylaws state about this organization. This corporation shall be organized exclusively to promote the general welfare of senior citizens with the accomplishment of such limited to charitable, spiritual, educational, literary, and scientific means. You stated at the last meeting that this group was not about education. So scholarships that I requested absolutely applies for this organization. And one other question, and it is a question that I'd like answered at this meeting, please. Was the meeting on July 19th that involved President Sayers, Leonard Jelinski, parliamentarians Paul and Jean Dennis, and Executive Secretary Kathy Berger, announced to all board members, and if so, when did that announcement go out?
Where were you reading the bylaws when you read about education?
Oh, I'll tell you. Page 2, under purpose, Article 2. First sentence, real easy to discover. Now I would like an answer on behalf of myself, Marcel Bloch, and Al. Was the meeting that was held here behind closed doors that Marcel is referring to on July 19th sent to all board members under proper procedure or not?
Not have to be sent to all members because it was the president chose, and he can do this, he can choose a committee to serve the purpose that he wants done.
Okay, point that out.
In that committee.
Would you point that out in these bylaws, please, so that everyone here can know that, including Marcella? She posed a very good question. At 2 different meetings I've been at, it has been treated, in my opinion, rudely and not answered.
We are governed by local autonomy.
I'm asking a question specifically about a meeting.
Law and internal affairs. Governs all our affairs. The president can appoint committees, and ad hoc committees for a given purpose. In this case, he appointed a bylaw committee formed to come up and propose a bylaw, which he did legally, and the bylaw, we don't need to get everybody's opinions. Can you be on a bylaw committee, or can you be, he can do as he pleases as far as appointing ad hoc committees. That's governed under his duties.
Would you point that out, please? Where
Not
it's...
in the bylaw. It's a local autonomy. He has local autonomy, we're governed by local autonomy, not by outside forces. And he comes up in the board, decides what's ruled.
So what you're suggesting is this board does not have to follow these rules that were enacted by this committee?
You said that.
I'm asking you to point out how and where in these bylaws does it say
You said
that...
there's no such law here, so why would they have to abide by a law that isn't?
Okay, you're the parliamentarian. I'm asking a legitimate question on behalf of 3 current members.
But you're not understanding what he's telling you.
I'm not getting an answer, that's why.
He gave you a very good answer.
Where is it? No, he should be able to identify where what he's quoting in this. It is. Just like I pointed out where the education was, on page 2. Where is that in here, sir? So I can look it up. I have my book right here. Where is that, please? Someone here. You have a...
It's not in the bylaws, it's part of the authority that I have as president to form aspects of.
So you have authority beyond this?
He does not need a special meeting to have a committee. He wants to have a special meeting that's required.
Page 12.
Page 12, okay.
Committee.
Okay.
Ad hoc committee may be created from time to time by the board. He forms an ad hoc committee.
And was the entire board notified? That's my question. I'm a member. I'm a paid member. And I have concerns, okay? Okay, I'll answer that. I'll answer that if you don't interrupt.
You are interrupting.
No, I was asking a question I still don't have it answered. Marcella Block has asked this question. It says the board. Were all the members of the board notified of this meeting?
They don't have to be on committee.
Where does that say that they don't have to be?
Robert's Rules of Order, ma'am. Robert's Rules of Order say that man can call an ad hoc committee at any time for a certain purpose. And you're just flogging a dead horse. Now, if you'd like to hear 8-minute dissertation from me about you, I'm ready. If this
Excuse
board
me,
will accept it.
I'm holding the floor. You haven't even been recognized by the president. It states here, by the board, you...
On the floor is whether or not to adjourn.
Second.
Sorry, motion. The motion and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned.
This is Tom Schumacher again.
No, that's not it. You know, when we had that sign down there, the clerk called the police department. This called the police department. Said that trailer can't be down on 7th Street on 27, costing us 30% of our donut sales. You know how much damage you've done to this town?
I have never...
You've damaged this town like you can't believe, lady. Get out of this place. You're against the senior citizens every time we go to the
That is
council.
not true.
Yes, it is. It's very true.
I have never called once to complain about the city.
You've got the police on speed dial. You called them. You sent a police officer up here. 4 people had to go pull that trailer all the way up
I think
here.
I should call the police now because you're very friendly. Maybe if you warn me, wanted to try me right about now, huh? What he stated was inaccurate, not factual. Typical in this town. And now I just want to state that that was Tom Schumacher speaking. You can identify his voice. Several times he spoke during the meeting. I still, to this day, believe that they violated their own bylaws, their own rules. And some may say that I violated their rules that they had just passed by tape recording. And I want to state emphatically that I was advised to do that by my attorney for my own self-protection. Now I'm really glad that I did. And also I want to point out clearly that Tom Schumacher clearly violated the rules that require people conduct themselves in a manner that reflects well on the senior center. Another gal also interrupted during the meeting. Several people did, which violated their rules. You must be holding the floor. You must ask to hold the floor and then speak. And other people don't get to interrupt just because they feel like talking, including Tom Schumacher overtalked me a couple of times. So this is clearly a group that's hostile towards me, has always been hostile towards me, and the senior center group, if I might add, I believe are some of the most intolerant people in town, and I think they are also really fearful of refugee resettlement here, and I think they are the main drivers of the fear factor in this town related to new incomers to our town who might be of different diversity. Thanks for watching. You heard it first here on Robin Hensel's blog. Get the facts here. Thanks.